Today I'm going to be reviewing these Plusinno 404 pieces fishing lure kit, and it is also going to come with its own tackle box as well, which I'll review the box and then also exactly what's going to come inside of here. So obviously I'm out by the lake today, so I just got this in from Amazon, is where I purchased this at, so I'm going to go ahead and test these out here a little bit, but I wanted to do a quick review on this, showing exactly everything you get inside, quality of it, and that sort of a thing before I do that. So let me go and open this up. So this is what it's going to look like once you get it out of the plastic. It's just going to have a single clip here on the front, and that's not a hard clip to close onto, so it's kind of a disappointment. I prefer if it had one that kind of clipped into place a little bit better, as I really feel like over time that's going to break. So in here you're going to get a bunch of different lures and things, and I'll show you each of those. So you're going to get like the rubber ones here, so I believe those are called the paddle tails. So you've got, again, you've got like a pink peach one, yellow, you've got some of these like grub almost with the grub tails on those. You've got these one, a pile of these here, and then you've got just these regular like Cinco rubber worms that you can use. Of the 404 pieces, it's going to count every single individual piece. So you've got like these lures, each of those is going to be a piece. These soft ones are going to be a piece. You've got these crankbait ones, you've got a little frog, but then also like each one of these individual weights, this is also going to count as one of the 404 pieces. So the 404 pieces covers everything, so you're not going to get a ton of lures, you're going to get weights and hooks and everything, so it's going to be a good beginner set to start off with. But if you're purchasing this expecting it to be a massive amount of lures, whether hard lures or soft lures, that's not going to really be the case. So you've only got, of these harder ones, let me kind of pull out what's behind this little thing here, kind of stuck in the back, there we go. Okay, so you can see I've got these here. Let's just go with these hard lures. So you've only got a total of 6 of those hard lures, and then you got these soft rubber lures on top, and then the rest of the 404 pieces, like this is going to be another lure that you could use, so that could probably count towards that also. So you got maybe 7 hard lures. The rest of it is going to be different pieces. So you've got like, these are like the little eyeballs, you've got different types of hooks, you've got a bunch of different weights, a bunch of different size hooks and that sort of thing. All of those are going to count. And even like you have this little tiny one, it's going to have a bunch of different hooks, little hooks. I do like the fact that it comes in a little thing so they don't get lost, but something to keep in mind, each one of these itty bitty hooks is going to count towards the 104 total. So that is something, or 404 total, so it's something you want to keep in mind with that. Now, as I was digging around here, I actually did notice that a portion of this is actually broken off in the shipping. Again, I ordered this from Amazon, it came directly in their box, but you can see here this is going to have a little prop here, and this prop that was supposed to be on this side to hold up this top part is actually already broken off. Now, long term, that's probably not that big of a deal, as I am going to probably be using this for the soft lures up here at the top, so it's not going to be too big of a deal to just kind of hold it up here while I'm digging down in here. But it's something to keep in mind. You will want to check and make sure when you get yours in, make sure that that's not broken if that is important to you. So obviously that's going to be made of pretty thin plastic if it broke just during shipping from Amazon. Now, one thing I did want to do here before I ended this video was just give you the measurements on all of these different parts. So these are going to actually go back a good ways here. So you've got about 5 5/8 inches from the back to the front, and then total length on this is going to be about 9 1/4 or so. The little slots that you can use for the storage here, this one's going to be not quite 2 inches. Your middle one is going to be a little over 5 inches, and then this one is again going to be not quite 2 inches. Your top row here, where you've got all the soft lures, going to be about 4 inches across. Total length on that's going to be a hair under 9, so about 8 7/8. And then you've got your little pockets here where you can store different things. So that's going to be about 4 inches again. And then each one is going to, of that is going to be about 1.5 inches all the way across. So overall, definitely a pretty decent set. I would say this is going to be a great, like a starter set. So if you're giving it as a gift to somebody who's just getting into fishing, this would be a great option for them just because of all the variety that it comes with. However, the fact that of the 404, so many of them are little tiny hooks and weights and that sort of thing, it does really take down the value of this, in my opinion, just because a lot of people are going to, if you've been fishing for any sort of period of time, are going to have a lot of those sorts of things lying around, and it'd be much better, in my opinion, to get different sorts of lures, whether it's hard ones or soft ones, to try out rather than just getting a bunch of little hooks that you're probably not going to need unless you're fishing for some really tiny fish.